Welcome back. In this video, we are going to be going over the 8 common mistakes that we have seen clients make in hopes of showing you exactly what not to do and the results that happen if you make these mistakes, so you know and you can catch them and see them visually. The first problem we generally see is the camera will either be tilted so it's looking up or it's looking down. How we talk about that is verticals. We want it to be completely parallel with the walls or straight up and down. That way the footage doesn't get distorted. What that looks like in practice is, I'm going to show you in this video here. So you're going to notice, especially in this paused clip right now, that you can't see any of the floor and you can see a ton of the ceiling. That means that the camera is pitched up. A way that you can really see that where we're talking about verticals is you kind of look at some vertical lines in the room. So you notice that windows, they're straight up and down, so are cabinets. So when your camera is straight up and down, those lines will look perfectly even and straight up and down. Right now what you're seeing is most of that window is cut off and it's at an angle like this. To avoid this, you want to make sure that you're double tapping your trigger before you get started. You'll notice as it goes through this video in this little section here that most of the time it's pitching up and most of the doorways aren't straight up and down. So remember to make sure your camera is straight up and straight down, double tap the trigger on the back and it will automatically reset to level for you. The second most common mistake we see is not cleaning off the camera lens. This is vital. You should do this every time before you shoot. Just make it a habit. Once you get in the habit of it, it'll be second nature to you. If your lens is dirty, you're going to see different things happen with the windows and the lights. It's almost going to look like there's a fog over your screen. So on this video, you're going to notice that on the main level, there's a lot of blurriness around the windows and around the light fixtures. When you clean your lens, that goes away. So on this particular video here, the downstairs had a dirty lens, but they noticed when they went upstairs and they cleaned their lens and the lights and everything look a lot better upstairs. So just make sure that you clean your lens before you start and you'll have a much better video. The third mistake that we see made often is not starting outside of the house. It's important to show people the outside as well as it gives our editors a chance to put on the screen the address and the bedrooms and bathrooms. We like to do this when it's outside and not inside, so we're not distracting the viewers from what we want them to look at, which is the house. We have the opportunity to show the outside of the house, put the graphics up with the information, give them that information before they go inside the house, and we need to start paying attention. If you don't start outside and we have to do it inside, we can. It just looks a little bit different. So I'll show you what that looks like so you can decide where you would like to shoot, if you like to just start inside or if you like to start outside too. Fourth big problem we see is not ending outside. So it's important to pick your path and a good ending point. You don't want the last room that you see to be like a bathroom or something small. You want to leave a good impression at the end, just like you want to have a good first impression every time you meet somebody. So you'll see in this video, we're going to end in the bathroom and it's not a great ending point. It would be great to go down the stairs and then to finish outside to give a better view. Number 5 is getting caught in the mirror. So this is a tricky one. Sometimes if you have a bathroom where you have to walk through, if you come from one angle, you're definitely going to get caught in the mirror. But if you go from a different angle, you can probably avoid it. Let me show you what I mean. So in this video here, we walk through a bedroom and it's a Jack and Jill bathroom to go to the other side and the other bedroom. So when you come at it from this angle, you walk directly into the mirror and you're gonna see yourself. If we're gonna slow down and show the bathroom, there's no choice for you to be caught in the mirror. For this particular house, if you would have went in the other direction and through the bathroom from the other side, you would have been able to avoid the mirror and getting yourself in there. So keep that in mind when you're planning your path for the house, where the mirrors are so you don't get caught in them. All right, number 6 is not planning your route. We just talked about it, but if you don't plan your route, you might not end by the stairs or you might forget something completely. If we go out of order and we have to put the clips where they don't belong, it becomes very obvious that the whole video was put together, and I'm going to show you exactly what I mean right now. All right, so in this video, we forgot to end by the stairs. It's right here next to the laundry room. We're gonna go right past them and we're gonna go down the hall and do the rest of the video. Because we didn't get a clip going to the stairs after we did the main level, we had to just throw it in the middle of the video and it doesn't flow as well. So make sure that you plan your routes so the video flows and we don't have to put the downstairs space in a part of the video where it doesn't make sense. We always like to show the unfinished spaces last if we wanna show them at all. Common mistake number number 7, and we see this all the time, is having the lights on. I know that when we take our real estate photos that we always like to have the lights on to show all the lights in the house, but most of the time your photographers or people like us are doing editing to those photos to make those lights not look as bad as they are and make the colors more natural. When we're shooting on our iPhones, we don't have the capability to adjust colors like we do when we're shooting photos. So for better quality, turn off the lights. Even when there's a cloudy sky or it's raining, there's generally enough light that you can record on your iPhone. They are quite incredible, or whatever phone that you have. Let me show you some examples of what that looks like. So this house here, all the lights were on. It was a cloudy winter day, so there wasn't a bunch of light coming in from the windows. You'll see kind of how the colors of the lights will show up. So if I go back to right at the beginning of the video and I pause it here, if you're looking in the kitchen, you can kind of tell that this light's yellow and this one's white. So it's throwing different colors off and it's kind of distracting to the viewers. You're gonna see it more pronounced when we're coming back towards the hallway. So you can see right here in this clip in the video that there's green lights in the hallway, some yellow lights here and a white light here. If we turn all of those lights off, and everything will come together and it'll look much nicer. Here's an example of a house video that we shot where it was the same cloudy situation outside, but we turned the lights off. You're gonna notice that everything looks a lot cleaner and the light isn't changing from room to room, so it's more consistent. So let's take a look at that. My rule for lights is I like to keep the lights on if there's no windows in the room, but if there's windows in the room, you want to keep the lights off. All right, so the final common mistake that we see is leaving fans on. So for videos like this, we generally turn the fans off because we're gonna be speeding up and slowing down the video. So throughout the video, when we do that, if the fans are on, it'll be changing speeds, which is a massive distraction for viewers. Some people like to have the fans on. I'll just put that out there, even professionals in our fields. So if this is something that you like in the videos, feel free to go ahead with it. For me, in my professional opinion, I view it more as a distraction. We want to have the viewers looking at the house and not distracted by things in the house. This is an example of a video that clients shot where they had the fans on, so I'm going to show you what that looks like. They actually did a little bit fun with this one, so they had a car coming into the lot or coming into the driveway, so feel free to get creative with these videos. All right, so when you're in the living room here, you're going to see this fan just spinning. Every time I watch that video, I just stare at the fan and I don't really look at the living room. So if you think that that distracted you, I would like you to turn off the fans. If you didn't think that was a big deal, don't worry about it. All right, review these common mistakes and learn how to avoid them. Quick recap, make sure you double tap your trigger. Make sure you clean your camera lens. Make sure you start outside. Pick a spot where you want to end the video, whether it's inside or outside. Just make sure it's not like a bathroom or a hallway. Walk the house to figure out where the mirrors are. Walk the house to figure out where the stairs are so you know where to end so the video flows. Make sure to turn the lights off. Remember, if there's a window, you don't need the lights. If there's no window, throw the light on. And then the last one's up to you. Minimize distractions, whether it's the lights or the fans. Turn them off and let your viewers enjoy your video. We'll see you in the next one.